Am I the asshole for asking my brothers to attend my wedding alone and not bring their boyfriends? Already, I want to say yes, but I know there's a lot of religious conflicts, so let's continue reading. So, both my brothers are gay. It's a lot to deal with, I can't lie, especially finding out about my one brother. It completely shocked the family. Yes, I'm happy they are happy and my parents accept them and their boyfriends. My dad, deep down, has struggled. His only sons are both gay. I understand it must be very hard as a father. They are keeping it a secret from our grandparents, as my granddad is very old, school, and set in his way. My one brother lives with his boyfriend, so it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. My other brother sometimes has his boyfriend come over and stay at our family home, which has been a bit hard for me to get used to, especially because that's the brother we were all shocked about. I'm a little curious as to why they were shocked about one brother and not the other. Like, what are the reasons behind, like, what's the context? Anyway, I'm getting married this year. My fiance's family are a different religion that gay marriages are not accepted. So they don't know any gay people. They haven't been brought up around it, and some of them are typical men and lads that would make jokes about gay people. They don't know about my brothers. I've never been in a situation to announce both my brothers are gay, like it's some sort of breaking news. So the last thing I want on my wedding is for everyone to be shocked and make jokes amongst themselves that my two brothers are gay. The thought of that gives me bad anxiety. I know it would be the talk of the day. I completely understand it's really horrible, especially for my brothers telling their boyfriends they can't come. But it's my big day. I don't want to be stressing, thinking, oh my god, everyone is talking about both my brothers being gay. I care about my brothers. One of them has said he's not going to come, which has upset me, and I feel like the other will now change his mind and say he's not going to come. I'm living in a nightmare that should be an exciting time for me, but I'm on the verge of a breakdown because of the argument it's causing. My decision has upset my brothers. They are not understanding my point of view at all, and it's breaking me. I'm trying my hardest to make them see it from my point of view. Am I the asshole? I feel like there's a lot of different ways that you can go about this. Honestly, it kind of seems like she's more worried about being ashamed of them and the conflict it's going to cause at the wedding versus standing up for her brothers and letting his side of the family know, like, hey, look, these are my brothers, they're gay, either you can deal with it and respect them or you don't have to be here. So I guess this could go either way depending on how, like, what your perspective is, but for me, these are my brothers, I'm going to defend them. So for me, I feel like she's the asshole. Her intentions are, like, how would y'all feel about it? What do you guys think?
Is she the a-hole? Yes, she is the a-hole, because who cares? Who cares that your brothers are gay? We all know, everyone who's coming to your wedding knows that it's your wedding and it's your day. So if they want to go and talk about this, cool for them. Like, they wasn't supposed to be there anyway. It's about you and your husband in that moment. So who gives a crap what other people are talking about? And how long would that conversation be, honestly? Oh, they're both gay. Okay, let's move on. Like, you should have people at your wedding. I feel like everybody should have certain people or group of people that goes around and steers the conversations of people back to the main characters, the bride and the groom. I feel like everyone should have that at their wedding. People designated to guide conversations, derail gossip and everything, taking the attention away from the couple. People should have that at their wedding. Because, like, honestly, it doesn't even matter. If they came to gossip, maybe they shouldn't even be invited, honestly. Because these are your brothers. You want your brothers there, right? So why does it matter that they bring their significant other? If you're okay with them being gay, why does it matter what other people think? Like, honestly. And I am a little curious about why they was, like, surprised about the other brother being gay. It's just like, wait, what you play? I don't get that, because it's just like, yeah, there's masculine gay guys. They don't have to all be flamboyant or feminine, or you don't have to be feminine presenting to be gay. Like, I'm confused about that. When people were like, oh, I can tell when you're gay. Can you? Like, some people don't look stereotypically gay. So what are we doing? I'm just confused about that. I can low key maybe a little bit understand why the father is upset that both his sons are gay, because it's just like, who's gonna carry on the last name? But again, you can't even really be mad about that, because they can still carry on the last name and have children. They can adopt kids, and they're I guess the bloodline. Well, I don't even get that because it's like, yeah, the bloodline stops with the boys, but she's getting married too, so the bloodline keeps on going. Unless y'all are saying that the women's blood doesn't matter. If that's what y'all are saying, that's weird to me. I just don't understand that, because she can have a son and carry on the grandfather's name and everything else, and it carries on the grandfather's bloodline too. I guess not the grandfather's name, unless she decides with her husband that, hey, I want you to have my dad's last name, and that's a thing that's modernized. So I don't understand that. Even with the name part, your sons can still carry on your last name. So I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, friend. You are the asshole. You need to let your brothers come. In fact, I wouldn't even come. If I was your brother, I'd be like, you know what? I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Would I come? I don't know if I feel like I would. It wouldn't even bother me that much. I feel like my significant other would understand, because it's like that now. Like when family events, if I'm with somebody, yeah, it's like aware. Like people are aware, my significant other is aware that they're not gonna come. Like what? No. Like, so I guess I'm accustomed to it. I'm used to it. I don't know. I'm a millennium. That could be a whole nother generation where they just expect you to accept it and welcome them in. Like, oh, like, if you're not on my side, if you're not welcoming me in, you're homophobic. Like, no, I'm a millennium. We're used to it being like, okay, well, this might not be accepted, so we gonna tiptoe around it to keep the peace. So yeah, you were still the asshole though.
Am I the a-hole queer edition? Now, when I was about to leave conversion therapy, it was Thanksgiving time, and I told my mom, look, you have to decide, would you like a gay son or an unalived son? I wanted her to know, and I needed to know. Now, if you're to believe the books from my clinical training in grad school, then you would say, yes, that was absolutely manipulative, and you should not have said that. However, I'd like to remind you, who created that situation that I was in while in conversion therapy? And some of you may think that I was not being manipulative. I was simply calling attention to the situation that we were finding ourselves in, that there was a very real possibility, because this happens all the time, that people make it so intolerable to live in this world that we end up choosing to at least take some autonomy in our lives. So here's what happened. She refused to answer the question, and honestly, that told me what I needed to know. She didn't want to choose me as me. She wanted to choose me the way she created me. And that person never existed.
Friend, it's like when you put the facts in front of people's faces, especially your family members, they don't want to accept the facts. They still want to live in their imaginary world or in their thoughts and their delusion. Like, friend, fam, I'm telling you, this is who I am. Like, I'm not trying to be this person on purpose. I did not choose to be gay. I just woke up like this, honey. I was born like this. It wasn't like a conscious decision for me to be like, oh, this. You think from the horror stories I hear from the conversion camps, it's not fun. It's not a fun time for people. If they could choose to be straight, I'm pretty sure they would, after going through that camp, or going like to avoid having to go to that camp or anything. They would not be choosing to be gay and going through what they go through in those camps. So you're not the a-hole. You just stated the facts. It was just like, yo, I'm telling you straight up, moms, I can't deal with this. I can't be in this camp. I feel it's driving me to the point where it's the end for me. Like, there's no escape. Like, my only escape is this one choice. So either you be happy with me like this and I be happy, or if we're gonna keep on going this way, this is the end result. I'm trying to tell you, like, who you gonna choose? You gonna choose me here or choose me in heaven? Like, what you deciding here? So yeah, you're not the a-hole. You just stated the facts. And it was just like, sometimes people need that wake-up call. But if you have some parents, they'll just, gaslight you or make you feel guilty for being honest about your depression and all of the thoughts you're going through. So yeah, friend, you're not the a-hole.
Am I the asshole for telling my son that he is obviously gay? My son, 17M, has apparently been in the closet for the past 7 months. So, my son is fairly masculine/straight acting, if that makes sense. However, he's very obviously had a boyfriend, 18M, for the past 7 months. He sometimes baby talks to this boy, hugs him all the time, has called him handsome, share clothes, sits away too close to each other to the point where they're basically cuddling. He closes his bedroom door when with him but not any other friends, sees him like every day, buys him gifts, and for the past 7 months he now always smells great, has his hair fixed really nice, and dresses nicer, among other things. Today I asked my son if was going to invite his boyfriend on our trip, and he got awkward and said that's not funny. I asked what he meant and he said I'm straight, that's not funny. I laughed, and when I realized he was serious I started laughing even harder. I told him he was very obviously in a relationship with a guy and did a terrible job at hiding it. He got emotional and started asking me not to tell his dad. My husband already knows. Like I said, it was obvious. Then he got upset saying outed him when he wasn't ready. He hasn't said a word to me in a couple days. Am I the asshole?
So y'all know how I feel about these outer stories. My thing, is it outing if you already know and you're the person that is supposed to be like not knowing? Like, you know what I'm saying? I laugh because it's just like, I can imagine in that moment, myself in that moment, like, wait, was this a secret? Are you serious? Like, what? Why are we still hiding? You know, like, if he as a parent, if my child was obviously gay, because it's, now y'all tell me, were those the signs that he was liking this person and dating this person? Everything I heard was signs on my side. If I was going through my experience, that is meaning I like you. I'm buying you stuff. I'm shutting it. Well, I shut the door now, even with my friends, just because we loud. But I'm sitting real close to you. Now, that's different for me. If I'm sitting real close to you and there's a whole couch, oh, yeah. If I'm anywhere near you, touching you, you're like, yeah, this obvious sign. So I don't understand if you was trying to hide it from your parents, especially your dad, and they already know and they're okay about it. They're over here inviting him to come on a trip. I don't know. I don't see that as an asshole, but I can understand where he's coming from, where he was just like, I'm not ready. I'm just like, if you weren't ready, all of these actions probably wouldn't have been displayed, maybe? I don't know. Maybe he thought he was hiding it. I don't know. Are guys good at hiding stuff? But no, yeah, I'm not agreeing with the outing part. However, to me, I don't feel like that was outing. I feel like outing is when you tell people who don't know, like you go to a group, you tell their friends, their co-workers. But when you're telling yourself, like you're telling the person that you already know as a person, like, because it was a secret for you, it was supposed to be a secret for you, but you're telling the person, well, I already know and I'm okay about it. Like, I feel like that wasn't really outing, because they were like inviting them to come and join their family, like, hey, we accept this, okay, it's your boyfriend. And I can see how at first he was probably like, oh, are you playing with me? Is that a joke? It was like, because you know how with siblings it'd be like, oh, your boyfriend, and oh, that's your girl, you know what I'm saying, how soon. But that was his parents, so I guess he might have took it the wrong way, thinking that she was joking. But the fact that she was just like, well, the laughing doesn't help, and I'm really bad at that, because I'll just laugh in your face. I'll just laugh at in your face. So yeah, that definitely didn't help. I know it was probably like a sense of, it was probably like he was building up to tell them it was just a lot, and the fact that he just had probably already had all worked up in his head of how he wanted to go about it, and just wasn't ready to jump in and tell them. So that probably was the case too. But the fact that they was okay with it and his dad was okay with it, I don't see why it was that serious. But he could be sensitive about it. I don't know his emotions, his feelings, his thoughts. But friend, I don't feel the fact that I don't feel like that was outing, because you were the person who was supposed to not know, and you were just saying, yeah, I'm okay with it, I know, and I'm okay with it, like, let me give you the reasons why. It's just like you wasn't hiding it well. I feel like that's low-key an asshole move though. That's low-key like, you were hiding it. Well, and these examples made me very aware that you were gay. So guess you were the asshole for laughing in his face. Because I would be the asshole too, because I want to be like, wait, are you serious? Like, you think I don't know? We know. We're very, very much aware. So yeah, that's a happy. Like, yeah, you're the asshole for laughing in his face, and then giving the examples of why he bad at hiding the fact that he's gay. But you're not really an asshole, because when it comes to outing, you didn't out him, to me, in my opinion. But comment below what y'all think.
So I guess I forgot how visibly queer/trans I look. And I was in Goodwill thrifting, as a queer person does. And I'm trying on this hat in a mirror, and this guy walks past me, stops, turns around, backs up, and then looks at me and goes, hey, happy Pride Month, by the way. And I was like, thanks? Like, I thought I was about to get hate crimed or something, because he did not look queer. So I was like, So of course I'm with my friend and I walk up to my friend who I'm thrifting with and I tell them this story and I'm like, what is it about me? Girl, look at my outfit. I am wearing a fucking crocheted poncho that I made myself today. I also am not wearing a binder, so like there's that situation. And I'm wearing like tight fucking pants that accentuate my hips. Like no shit. And then the thing that always gets me too is I forget about my piercings and stuff in my tattoos, because like I'll be wearing a super cishet outfit and people still like look at me like I'm queer and I'm like, how? There it is.
Is that true? Does this give it away? That's how you know? That's my okay. Cool. Yeah. There's never. I don't think that's ever happened to me. But I would be like, oh, happy queer. You know, I wouldn't even think of it any type of way of them thinking that I was gay. I would just be like, well, it's June, so. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't say that to her. I honestly just wouldn't say it unless somebody says it to me. So by the way, happy Pride Month, you guys. So yeah, I would. Yeah, you know, I didn't even know. Well, there are some sure tell signs when you're gay, when you're a part of the queer community. That crochet. Yep. That was it. That was one. Because I know every person I know who's my age who crochets. Yeah. They're on this team. So yeah, friend. And the piercings, I just found out the piercings, what they mean. Apparently this septum piercing means that I'm bi. So, I was just like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Many people have told me that. Well, I've had 2 people told me that. Well, 2 guys, and then my sister was like, yeah, I think it is. And she was showing me a bi handshake, and I was just like, see, they trying too hard. No hate, no shade. Y'all part of the team, y'all part of the group. But it's just like, what is going on? I guess because I'm a millennial and, you know, all this time never wanted to be gay and not trying to make it obvious or bring attention to me, like having the experiences I've had and having the older generation telling me about their experiences and how I should conduct myself. It's never been a time where I wanted to stand out. So you already know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm thinking. You know it. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, okay? What would Jesus do? That part. Subscribe.